Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently embroiled in a war with the allied interlinked systems. And before we get into that, let's just double check all of our colonies here, make sure those are good to go, so we can promptly ignore them for the rest of the episode. Looks like they are indeed fine. Wonderful. The Kanjis, did you need to go anywhere? I feel like you did, but up over here. Yes, I thought so. Okay, so off we go up there. We've got this 8th fleet here. This is a single destroyer. 3rd Federation fleet needs a destroyer, but that's not accessible. For now, we'll just leave this as a reserve fleet. Okay, that seems fine. The 2nd fleet does require orders, and its orders should probably be to make its way out over here, right? But I feel like we can just jump drive. Bypass this a little bit. The 3rd Federation fleet has cleaned this area up, and I think at this point, can we jump drive? 3 days. Okay, we're going to take forward 3 days.
Battle
is that
is
2 days? There we go. 1 more day. Okay. So we will jump drive up to here.
The enemy is targeting one of our stations.
Wonderful. The 2nd Federation fleet will head down over that way. And what are our armies up to? They're mostly just chilling. Okay, so we're fully occupied here. This is partly occupied. We don't necessarily care about what's going on up here. The Natraxi Ravagers, huh? I don't think they have a home base. I don't think they exist anymore, really. So we're just going to take these guys and jump drive them up to Tempere. Once there, they will land on Karaji. Although they'll need to go up there. Ooh, we're going to get access to a gateway over here. That's huge.
Beginning attack run on enemy station.
The 4th fleet is over here, and I want them to go hit Lambda Serpentis. And then after that, head over to this gateway. Okay, that'll be fine. The 2nd fleet is over in this location, and we're going to have them push down over this way for the time being. 3rd Federation fleet is, of course, pushing up over here. Wonderful. These guys have jump drived in, and they are going to land on Karaji. How many troops do they have there? They have 200. Looks good. Unamar is fully occupied at this point. So all we're waiting for, I think, this is technically partly occupied, as is this. We're going to jump drive to Siagawa, and we're going to land over here. 395 should be fine. Wonderful. So, of course, we're at minus 400 reasons for acceptance here, but that's okay. We should also start thinking about maybe integrating some of our vassals, since we have plenty of influence. So let's go ahead and look at this guy. If we wanted to integrate him, that'll cost 855 influence. Is this an all-at-once thing? 5 influence per month for 171 months. Get going on that. Wonderful. So we'll get that done.
Initiating ground assault.
Indeed we are. Okay, the 1st fleet will require orders, and its orders are, of course, to come out over here for right now. The 1st Federation fleet looks like it needs to clean up this area over here. So we're going to do something along the lines of this. Like that. Okay. The 2nd Federation fleet is pushing up over this way.
Initiating ground assault.
That looks great.
Victory shall be ours.
So, I mean, it's not going to be too much longer before these guys are ready to give up, right? We have successfully attacked over here. This is now fully occupied. Do you have anything else over in this direction that we can occupy? I think not currently. But we do have access to this gateway, so that does make things a little bit easier. The 6th fleet is down over here, and their goal... Wow, this is quite the layout. Their goal is to come up over this way and land about... Well, not really land, but... And attack over this way. Okay, that'll do. The 5th fleet is over here. 2905. They've actually managed to take this back. We're going to go over there. Are they going to the wormhole? No. Wait, what? Hang on here. Hang on a moment. Fully occupied. But we don't hold the starbase anymore. I guess we do have this occupied, though. So, sure. I guess that makes sense.
Our warriors are victorious. Enemy planet conquered.
Wonderful. That's another planet conquered in her terms. And we're going to probably head up to here next, although this is partly occupied, as is this. And this. We actually have a lot of worlds we can attack over here. This over here as well. We're going to jump drive here first, and once there we'll land on Tripotin. And that has 367, sure. The 3rd Federation fleet requires orders, and its orders are actually to come intercept the Corvette 35th Murder over here. That'll be great. Come deal with that. Oh, things are scrolling all over here. The 1st fleet is ready to push down over this way. I'd like to catch these guys, if at all possible. 2nd Federation fleet has cleaned this area up. We're going to go to Zunur and finish that.
They are assaulting our spaceport.
Oh, I'm sure they are. That's what they tend to do, after all. Okay, do we have anything over here that we're ready to attack yet? The answer to that is a resounding no, we do not. We'll take back this Star Fortress. And now we have access over here again. This connects right there. I think we're going to come down over this way, and I would like to hit down here. So let's just do something like that. The 2nd fleet is over here, and we should probably jump drive up over here, although that's still offline for a while. I guess we can come up this way, like that. These guys are headed over. So that seems fine. The 3rd Federation fleet is going to come grab Nikor, and then after that we're going to go up this way. Sounds good to me. We're at minus 315 reasons now. Of those, 270 are unoccupied systems and planets. That's great. Very happy to see that. The 4th fleet has arrived over here. There is a gateway, and so we're going to reinforce our fleet. Wonderful. The 3rd fleet could also use reinforcement. It's arriving back at Medak, and we'll get there in just a few days.
Victorious. Enemy planet conquered.
So that'll be great, and once it arrives there, we'll just go ahead and get that started. This is a gateway over here as well, so this should be nice and quick. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. 6th fleet is pushing its way up, and you can see here, yeah, we are definitely... We have access to a lot of their shipyards at this point. That's a whole lot. Okay, we don't need that many, but we can prune those down a little bit later on. In fact, many of these are not going to be under our control, period. End of story. So the 3rd fleet is repairing, the 4th fleet is refitting, or rather, not refitting, but reinforcing. That's fine. The 2nd Federation fleet is over here. There's an L gate here. We can jump drive to Chiban, take out this fleet. That's our goal right now. So that'll be no problem, and then once that's done, we're just going to take them through the L gate and deposit them into Daska, I think. And we'll start their reinforcement. Come on back. We'll arrive there soon enough. 3rd fleet is reinforcing. The 4th fleet is almost done reinforcing, actually. You missing a Titan? No, you are not. Okay, good. The 1st fleet could use some reinforcement, but I want to get this area cleared up, and the reason it could use reinforcement, of course, is because it just fought a bunch of enemies. These guys are going to come down over this way, like so.
Construction complete.
Okay. Sounds great. We're solidly winning this war. There was never really any doubt about that, but it's going very, very well indeed. These guys, I've kind of forgotten to tell them to continue attacking things. Get down here. 21k. Wow. That's... Oh, that's a fleet. I was going to say, that's a big army, but no, that's a fleet. That makes more sense. So these guys, I would really, really like to attack somewhere with. There's just not really anywhere to go unless... Ah, we can go up here. And so we shall. We're going to jump drive to here and land on Glugzel. Perfect.
Initiating
The Third Federation fleet requires orders. Its orders are to grab here and then head to Borbo. And that wormhole connects up here, that's right. We can have it clear that out afterwards if I remember. Hopefully I will. Now, we have a lot of fleet combats happening. That's to be expected.
Initiating
The Third Fleet will be fully reinforced shortly. The Fourth Fleet will also be fully reinforced shortly. Although there is some of this going on. Well, this is reinforcements in transit, though, not missing fleets. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem. The Third Fleet is still over here. Yes, that's the same fleet. That's still the same fleet. These guys are fully maxed out and really should probably come down over this way. Okay. Sounds good. We're basically maxed out on a bunch of resources, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. The Fifth Fleet is heading down over here. This is fine. You can see here that our allies are also taking a lot of territory. That's wonderful. We're very, very pleased about this. And we are looking for locations like Jundius over here. So we're going to go over this way, and then from there we'll land over here. How are we doing now? 265 reasons. Of those, 230 are unoccupied systems and planets. I love it. This is going very well. We should have this war wrapped up. I don't know about this episode, but I think certainly by next. There's our surveyor activated. We didn't get anything of particular note, but that's okay. We're going to head up over here and land in Magrim. The Fifth Fleet really should come down over this way to the Vortex. I'd like to eliminate this fleet of theirs if we can catch it. I kind of doubt it. The Fourth Fleet is now reinforced and ready to go. We're going to jump drive over to Despad, and this will actually hurt them quite a bit. The Sixth Fleet is going to push down over to Damune. And the Third Fleet, I'd actually like to jump through this gateway over to here. We actually do control this gateway, surprisingly, and it's because we control the planet. So that is great. The First Federation fleet is already over in the vicinity, but I'm going to send that over to Chohar instead.
Initiating
Wonderful.
ground assault.
Second Federation fleet is reinforcing still. It'll be done soon enough. Third Federation fleet requires orders, and its orders are to push over... We've actually grabbed some territory over here. We're going to push over and take that back, eventually. Fully occupied by the Yon Company, huh? Exciting! Okay. The Second Federation fleet is getting very close to being fully reinforced. Not quite there yet. The Third Fleet has made its way in over this way, and we are just going to grab these couple of territories, and then maybe come see about chasing down these lads.
Our warriors are victorious.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Enemy planet conquered.
Fourth Fleet did indeed take losses, as expected, but we're going to move in over here and hit for 1 million. Wonderful. These guys can go ahead and occupy over here. And these guys have not yet finished fully occupying Jundius, so they can land on Travu next. Fantastic. Onward they go, and this war will be over, as I said, quite shortly. They have taken back some planets, or rather some systems. That's okay. So this is in Damune right now. We're going to come down over here. Fourth Fleet is in Vermilion, and it's still taking some losses, but that's okay. We're just going to come on down like that. And I think that it's over here that they are taking back territory. Yeah, that does indeed appear to be the case. This wormhole connects there. Honestly, let's come through like that. The First Fleet is dropping in power, but that's okay. we do need to take back some of this, so we're going to do something like that. The Second Fleet is here to reinforce if need be. Second Federation Fleet is good to go, and I would love to have it pop out, like, somewhere over here. Like, I'd love to have it just attack Poru. And honestly, we can do that. That's pretty close, really. I like it. That wormhole is very convenient for us. Okay. The 5th Fleet requires orders, and it's down over here right now. Its goal is to move down this way. I would still like to go after the 76th murder. We'll see if we can get it. We've fully occupied in Jundius, and now we need to go up over here. We're just going to jump drive there. It'll be faster. And we'll land on Kratshaw's neck. Neck? That's nest. Oh my. Apparently it's already been a long day. That's not boding well for the amount of recording I'm planning to do today, but okay. Seems reasonably fine. 63% on the war score front, back to 378. I'm not surprised by this, given what we've got going on here. But we'll take this on back, no problem. Yeah, this is really super dead.
Are victorious.
And then we're just going to grab these territories back. We'll make sure that this one happens, even though the Miravandia are right here. I'll just make absolutely certain. Was this one of the claimed systems? Maybe not. Okay. Well, the First Federation Fleet does require orders, and its orders are just to grab all of this territory for right now and finish off this constellation. Sounds good. The First Fleet is just kind of chilling over this mega shipyard, and I feel like we leave it there. They're just going to continually pump ships out there. And this seems good. These guys are doing a little combat with this small fleet. It's not going to be a problem. And we're going to head over this direction. See if we can catch these guys. Can we jump drive? We can. We're going to jump drive over to here. And we'll just catch them. We'll arrive in a moment. There we go. And we'll come up over like that. So the First Fleet, it's just going to stay here. It's guarding the mega shipyard, and that's fine. To extract matter from the Letherian vortex, we must first build a secure base to build the facility on. The anchor has been built on the very edge of the event horizon and is held in place against the immense gravitational pull by an advanced gravity redirection engine, which turns Letherian Vortex's own gravity against it. Excellent. We've also restored a ring world section. Great. So let's hop over here and deal with that. We're going to need to colonize this. That's fine. We can also begin working on another ring world section, which will be this one right here. And we can begin work on... Where is that vortex at? That's the Rebellion vortex. The Letherian is down over here. And we're going to work on our lensing. Fantastic. Okay. The 6th Fleet requires orders. It's going to head out over here. The 5th Fleet is going to push down, I guess over this way is fine. Just carving them up at this point. The 2nd is going to move into Bastamore. And let's see here. The 3rd also requires orders. There's not a lot going on over here, in all honesty. Why don't you come on down over here? It'll take you a while to get there. Let's jump drive to Whitsun and then grab those two. Fantastic. And of course, the 1st, they're just chilling. What are we doing with our armies? Not a whole lot at this moment, and we should probably do something with them. We're going to go ahead and land on Draku. Nice. That's not going to resist us very much. And these guys, where can they go? They can go to Uthon, and so they shall. This is, of course, the capital of the Athonians. We're going to land on Glugboff. It's quite a name that they've got there. Branch office shut down on Terralum Prime. That's what I like to see. We're going to attack these guys. After all, one of our primary goals here is after I was going to say, after all, one of our primary goals is after all, but that seems a little redundant. After all, one of our primary goals is, in fact, to eliminate their capacity to wage war in space. So, I mean, just chilling over the mega shipyard will do. We might take over the mega shipyard if we were to take over Zom, though. And that's something to keep in mind. Definitely interested in experimenting with that. We're going to land on Hutar. And the 6th Fleet require orders, and honestly, their orders are just clean up this constellation. It's not the greatest, but it'll do. These guys have finished cleaning up this area over here, and I would not necessarily mind coming down here. I believe we don't have jump drives, though. Yeah, 102 days. So we're just going to come down here the old-fashioned way and see about cleaning up some of this like that. The 2nd Federation Fleet is going to head over this way, finish up this constellation. The 4th Fleet is going to come in over this direction and see about taking out some of this. That's a mega art installation that we mega don't care about. Fantastic. Come on over here.
Warriors are victorious.
And then they can turn right on around.
Our warriors are victorious.
Okay, we're continuing to attack Uthon, and we're going to land on Belgmem. What do we got there? 467. Sounds good. So, I mean, there's going to be a couple more over here that we need to land on, but that's fine. These guys do require orders, and that's another landing that they need. Another Tripitate. I feel like we already landed on that, but okay. It was in a different location. Sounds good. We're at 70% here, 356 reasons still. So there's still a decent number of unoccupied systems and planets here. I don't know where they are. I really wish there was a way to see who we have claims on. Like, this doesn't even say. It just says, and 4 more. We might be able to find some of them. It may be that it's sorted to show the ones that aren't grabbed. If that's the case, that would be a nice UX experience, but it doesn't communicate that. So, there's that. Well, we are getting very, very close to having this war wrapped up. They still have a number of ships over here, but we're closing in on them. And they're rapidly running out of the ability to fight in space. So that's great. We should actually probably come down this way first, over on this side. So we're going to come over here, and then to Kazon. Excellent. The 5th Fleet is in need of orders, and its orders are to go to Gozem. Transport Fleet 18 is ready to move, and we're going to go to Pulchrin. And once there, we will land on Omicron. Excellent. They're just going to continue to pump ships out of this mega structure up here. And I guess that's okay. The Athonians are pretty officially out of this war, I feel like, with the possible exception of this fleet. I feel like this fleet is dead, though, if these guys actually engage. We'll see if they do. Come on in. Yeah, there you go. You can take them. Come on down. Okay, whatever. So they're going to Beta Caeli over here, and that will not hold. The 1st Federation Fleet is going to push up to Delta Pavonis, and then from there, the 2nd Federation Fleet is going to want to go to Poru. The 3rd Fleet over this way. Okay. 3rd Federation Fleet should probably see about coming through over this way. And we'll reinforce on the way. We'll head on over. 1st Fleet is just chilling over Zom. That's going to continue to be a thing for a while. We lost an envoy, not like we care. These guys require orders, and their orders will be to continue to land on some of these locations. Come on up here. There you go. Excellent. We do require engineering research, and that should probably be matter compression. That'll be fine.
Initiating ground assault.
So I think overall this is fine. I'm going to leave these guys the way they are. They might be taking a few losses here and there, but I think it's completely okay. The 5th Fleet requires orders, and their orders would of course be to come down over here, grab these locations, and then maybe come up this way, but I feel like this guy might actually lose here. Just a single destroyer? Yeah, he's losing. It's just kind of hilarious. One more missile and he's dead. Kaboom. Okay, the 4th Fleet requires orders. Its orders are to come to Era Maiden, I guess I'll go with. And we need to continue to land over here, of course. Verlgand is where we will land. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue our war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.